lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
He's my Rose, my Who woke you up this morning with a roof up over your head? That's my Rose. Who provides the source of your income, give you that bread? That's my Rose. Remember when you didn't have a thing, you was out there lost? That's my Rose. Then you receive double, he increased you like a bounce. That's my Rose. Hey, that's my rock. My God's so good to me. Blessing after blessing, even ones that I can't see. I can't thank him enough, cause he done so much, he's my foundation, my God, he holds me up.
He's my rock. He's the reason I can't stop giving them praise until I drop. He took me from the bottom all the way to the top. That's why I tell the devil, get back. Strapped with the word, click clack. And you ain't never gotta wonder what my faith said. I can do all things through Christ. Did you get that? Chase God, not money, that's true facts. I'm obese with belief, yeah, too fat. My foundation's too strong so it can't crack. I'm cool when life gets rockin', no ASAP. He laid down his life like a flow, man. That's why I go so hard and never go back. I'm never searching for a blessing at all, cause he's my rock when my back against the wall. What it cooking, baking up joy like peanut butter cookies. Get a taste of him and you might start juking. Get the shouting hallelujah, got everybody looking. But that's okay though. Yes sir, he's solid. 10 toes down, he endows me with knowledge. Provide strength when I'm weak in my body. I bounce back with a fight like Ali. For Roche, gotta know he don't play. The big homie on the block with the most game. I just lean on him like a brick wall. Got your back when you slack, make the big fall. What a big dog, thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you Lord for giving life and sending down the Holy Christ. A refuge and fortress of solitude. I'm flexed up with a Samson like attitude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk About Radio. I am more than ecstatic to be here with you tonight. My name is Rhonda McAllister, and I have been doing podcasts and radio shows for almost 5 years now, and I have welcome to the Elation Radio platform by Miss Kimmy Kim. And I really appreciate it. It's been a blessing. I don't glad to be here with you. I was really early today, and I was like, hey, it's the fourth Monday. I go on today. This is the first podcast of the relation with your title. And I want to talk about it, right, but so I was trying to fill out the platform and get things lined up for future podcasts, if you will. So the thing that I would bring up, as we just kind of talked about some things that's been going on with me, if you will. So first, let me say that let's get out the way right now. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of work to do on me, okay, as well as a lot of us do, right? But we are a work in progress, okay? And I always remember that you are a work in progress. Don't let anyone tell you you into thinking something differently when you have things that may be going on in your personal life or whatnot, right? You are a work in progress. So last week, it had been the week before, there was a series on Facebook Live, Faith on Fleek, by Pastor Tanya Louisiana. And you know how the Facebook Live just kind of pop up, right? And it kind of pops up on my phone. And I was kind of scrolling through Facebook and really big, and I'm really interested in faith, right? Faith. And so I tuned into a series because I can't listen to everybody. And some people that even be big, have large platforms, I just can't listen to everybody. Anyway, so I tuned into her series about faith, and I learned so many new principles as I faith, right? So I thought it was I was following serial like the whole week. So I would be up late at night. I couldn't go to bed until I watched it, or I made time to watch it every day, or watch it play YouTube, right? But it was truly awesome when it comes to talking about faith. So many of us, if you go to church or churches before, you heard it say that faith out is dead. So I'm just here to say that is absolutely true. And the one thing that you must understand, if you don't work your faith, then there's no way to be worked. Does that make sense? So if you don't work it, if you don't use it, then and if you're applying faith in your life, then you know it works. Okay? So I was going to title, I guess I could title this podcast when all else fails, God, right? And that is in direct alignment with your faith, because you can only even trust God as the your faith. So you can trust God for small things, then small things is what your faith is going to acquire for you. Okay? Now, if you have a measure of faith, a low measure of faith, if you are able to believe God for things that are impossible or impossible, then those are the things that God will manifest for you. Right? So if you have heard my name before, if you Google me, if you have followed me on Facebook, Instagram, or anything, then you know that I have been motivational speaker for some time, a business coach for some time. I started with my own networking group, which we ended up evolving into a larger network group, which is awesome. But I've been out here, is what I'm trying to say. I've been speaking, I've been writing, I have 8 books, right? I've done things, right? I've the countries, done all of that, right? And it was just, I think it was a month ago where I think it's been a month, but my comment was that I felt like I was constantly being overlooked and undervalued when it came to my services, the gifts that I offer, the talents that I have, right? Just being utilized not only by myself even, but just by people in my field and it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I was being called upon any of those things. You understand what I'm saying? So I guess that hurt me because I don't necessarily publish or talk about everything that you've been doing. Because it doesn't have to be things on a large scale. Just you're being consistent in your initial and keep working on developing yourself. So, anyway, I forgot totally what I was getting ready to say. But anyway, if you just keep being consistent, so I made that comment on Facebook about not feeling like I was being utilized or overlooked, things overlooked. Things have been coming to fruition. Like ever since I made that statement, things have just been happening, right? And I do want to, first of all, it's not even a question that it's all God, okay, first and foremost, right? It just seems like all the work that I've been putting in is really showing some help. It doesn't make sense. So the announcement today, number one, first of all, my audience is going to be following coming from Change Radio to Elation Radio. Thank you for continuing with me on my journey this radio podcast with my, with my audience. I appreciate you for that. And yes, okay, let me go back. So I made the announcement today. As you know that I am in my seminar, right? So initially, what was happening was I was on the lookout for a magazine that would sponsor the webinar. And I like to offer different incentives for my presenters each and every year. So this year, right idea, I don't give these bright ideas, these bright ideas that I would include in the magazine. I would add in a magazine, right? So that didn't work out. But each proposal that I sent to a magazine, it either answered or the answer was just no, right? And I can appreciate no. At least I know you're responding. But the non-responses are just crazy to me. Anyway, so I was on Facebook one day, and I don't know if she had a survey out. I can't even remember something on the magazine page. So I asked her, and she shared, about having the magazine, present the webinar, just some way that we can do win-win for one another with an webinar. So what it turned out to be, and we're still working out the logistics of some things. So what it turned out to be is this magazine, businessmen and women of color. I have been offered to write for this magazine. It is a quarterly magazine that already has 2,000 online readers, and it is in the process of growing its subscriptions for the on-demand magazine. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the magazine is awesome. And I will be looking for my network to subscribe to the magazine and support, right? The magazine is also Business in and Color magazine. I have in my hand the July through September magazine. I submitted my first article today for the October, December magazine. So the magazine is really awesome. So the magazine that is for working professionals, speakers, and authors. Yes, yes, yes. So right in line with my and authors as well, because I'm an author as well, right? And it also features kidpreneurs, which is another awesome thing. The magazine is very powerful. It is just could not be becoming a part of a contributor to this magazine. So that's one of my announcements for today. Yeah. And then, of course, announcement that was Relation Radio, which is on iHeart and also on iTunes. Yeah. So back to the podcast on 30 minutes. I'm kind of go back to talking about faith and all those things that I just shown you about the magazine. It's not like I haven't been in the magazine before. I have. For Elevation magazine, from Kimmy Robinson, and so yeah, I look forward to doing that again. Maybe writing for Elation again as well. But I just think that, I know that if you are striving for something, this is my biggest point, not to give up. Let me tell you, it is not always pretty. There may be times where your frustration will seem that it will outweigh. Trust me, I've been there, right? And or you just don't seem like you have to be up, or you don't feel like you are qualified. Let me tell you, you are doing work, doing what God is telling you to do. He will qualify you for whatever task that He has for you, right? So God has been talking to me about a certain thing that He's wanting me to do, right? And it actually involves church. And He's getting me, which reminds me of my girlfriend, my sister in Christ, Deanna. I like to see the whole picture. And I do. Like right now, I don't want to wait. I don't want to do none of that. Just tell me now. And so she always tells me that I cannot do that with God. So, busy, right? I see the whole staircase, right? Because that's what I like to do. So anyway, he's been giving these business. So he has told me is basically, I know that I am supposed to be a support for a certain person, okay? And it just seems like everybody is tuning me for is for so that I can be the support that I'm going to have to be for somebody else, right? But the long suffering and the patience and the reason I've been reading more, I'm praying consistently, I pray in the spirit, right? I pray just like all the time. I try to make sure that the first thing I do in the morning is to read my daily verse and pray. And when I'm praying, I'm not generally praying asking for something. I've learned to have of thankfulness and the process of thanksgiving, and how that I'm so grateful for things that He has done and things that He is doing for me and my children. Some things you don't see right away, right? But God is working in down, and He is working on your behalf if you trust in Him to do so, right? So when all else fails, So, just yesterday when I had one of the members to actually give me a word. And what she told me, something that I had already told me, right? New, which I've been knowing for a few months now. But I have not moved on it because it's like I maybe have other things to line up. You know how you like, God, but you like, or, am I supposed to do it like again? Because it's just some other things that I don't yet. So I'm just going to continue to be in prayer about that change that I'm supposed to be making, because it still is in line with me being a support for somebody else. But, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, or you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do, and the other person's ready, and just like, so what do I do now? What I do, Lord, but I'm trusting Him and all of it. So that's the thing that has been happening, and I know there's a shift coming, right? Because God has given me another vision for a small ministry that we need to, but kind of like bring up, you know what I mean? Like, does it make sense? Like, suggest for the church that I've been attending. Talk about that as well. Pray with me about that. Yes. Because, as much as, you're trying to do what God wants you to do, there's always something that can get you or can get you out of God's will or throw you off how you are. All right? And I would suggest that happens, that you find someone that you can talk to and that will pray with you and pray against those that are coming against you, because it can be frustrating. It can be very frustrating, right? And if you are timing and reading scripture, God will speak to you. Just listen to His voice and just follow what He tells you. It may not make sense. And sometimes it may be improbable, because the things that He's been doing for me, look, I have had some money things, right? Some things needed to be handled, and He has been making sure that He's taken away. Because I made the decision, I wasn't going to try to figure all this out. We got to try to figure it out for when I know who He is and I know who I am. Does it make sense? So, if trust Him, like I said, when all else fails, trust God, then all I have to do is the action and let Him do the rest. Does it make sense? Because when I tell you He's been laying it out, He's been out. I made a paper on Facebook, like, y'all don't know how God has been blessing me, right? So I just want to encourage everyone to trust God. When it doesn't seem like it's trust Him for seriously. That's the best advice that I can tell anybody. Trust God. Do what it is that you're supposed to do. But you trust God in your butt and things can happen. It works. Faith outward is that. That's a statement. And I hope that makes sense. Yes. So, on that note, I want you all to keep me. If you don't follow me on Facebook is my name. It's Rhonda McAllister, McAllister. On Instagram, you can follow me under the Poster Enterprise. That's the name of my business. And I'm going to get all these names changed so they're all the same. They used to all be the same, but not the same. And on Twitter, my name is Miss Rhonda. Yes, my SSRHONDA. It's Miss Rhonda. So follow me, and you will be Uh, I guess you won't be let down, but whatever. Anyway. But if you are looking to follow my radio page, you can follow me on just key in Let's Talk About It, and it should bring up my radio Facebook page with Elation Radio. So next, I don't know about next week, but I am on every second and fourth Monday right here on Elation Radio. If you are interested in being a guest, you can inbox me on Facebook, or you leave me a message at 142827201, and I would be glad to get back with you and give you the information of becoming a guest. All right. So, if with that being said, I have my sponsor information that I need to not sponsor my ad information I want to read for you. So, the North Texas Entrepreneur Education Center is now offering entrepreneur certification program. For more information, call 626-5680 or visit 235 Northeast Loop, 820 Suite 307 in Texas, 76053. So again, if you are in North Texas Entrepreneur Education Center is now offering entrepreneur certification programming. All right. Thank you, Devin. So thank you all for joining me. I'm glad that you were here with me on tonight. So just be sure that you are tuned in for the next podcast, which is going to be for the second Monday at 8 p.m. So don't forget that. And tune in. So every Sunday in August, I will be on my Facebook Live for my Women's International webinar. Like I said, this will be my 5th year doing webinar. I have Ms. Joy Bruckenheimer who will be on, and Lord, I forgot my other speaker's name. That's a shame, but I'm going to post it. It will be posted on the radio page, posted in the evening. Okay. So come on and join me. I'm looking forward to people to come on and be my guests on my new podcast. Yes. It's going to be fabulous. And on the podcast, we talk about everything related to faith and business and money and relationships, right? And we'll have authors on as guests and all those great things. So I'm looking forward to making the podcast grow and be a significant part of the Elation Radio team, right? Right. So I'm trying to think of what else. I'm missing something. But just know that it's important that you have a better life. You know what I'm saying? Even if it may start small and then you grow your prayer life. I find myself now praying in the spirit for 20, 30 minutes. I know some people pray for a long time, but I think your prayer life is very significant when it comes to growing your relationship with God, right, or whoever it is that you serve. So keep that in mind. I generally, I'm praying for everybody, my children, my grandchildren, my friends, finances, marriages, all of that. Everybody who means something to me, whether you believe in God or not, you can pray for, period, right? Thank you all for joining me. Talk about podcast here on Elation Radio. I am your host, Rhonda McAllister, and I will see you at the top.
It's the know you